I did not. I don't know, I just don't really watch movies. I don't know, I'm not feeling it. Why do you feel the need to interrogate me every time that you're here? Because in the last 5 minutes you sent 10 messages and 9 of them started with the word why. I'm glad you're having fun at least. Hey Strumbula, how's it going? Oh fuck. Thank you. Because this game is stupid and sometimes just doesn't load the audio when you launch it. My bad for not catching that.
Kombiniere die wildesten Sprünge, Rolls, Spins und Drifts, um innerhalb der Zeit die vorgegebene Punktzahl zu erzielen. Der Hunter Vegas kurft gerade durch Paradise City. Zieh ihn aus dem Verkehr, um ihn zu deiner Flotte hinzuzufügen.
Yeah, it's pretty like different to just streaming runs on your own channel.
Bereit für die Hetzjagd. Du bist hier. Heize zum
It's
Country
definitely
Club im
something you have to get used to, but it's pretty fun, you know, like playing for a different audience and like explaining what you do from time to time. Can definitely recommend giving it a shot, but yeah, I would definitely like try starting with like smaller marathons so it's not too bad on the nerves. I remember back in 2016 I did my first ever marathon run and it was like on a channel that had like 30 viewers or something, so like really not a big deal. But I was so nervous, I couldn't, I had trouble sleeping the night before that. Yo, Deca Tars, thank you very much for the raid. How's it going? Welcome everyone. I'm Nim, I speedrun Burnout Paradise. If you have any question about the run, I'm happy to answer. How did your stream go and what were you streaming? Yo, Hulex, how's it going? And Boing, how are y'all doing? Welcome, welcome. I'm attempting to do a no reset run, though I've already failed once at that today, so we'll see how the second attempt goes. Yeah, I do still speedrun Sonic games. I've been running Sonic Adventure on Dreamcast as recently as like a week ago. Whoops, wrong route. It's just like I, you know, switch between games every once in a while. In like a couple of weeks I will have to derust on Sonic Triple Trouble, which I'm a bit worried about, but also kind of looking forward to, because Triple Trouble is a very goofy game, but in a kind of terrifying way. Streaming your first playthrough of Metroid Prime? Nice. Hope you had fun. GG Sonic games. I'm gonna be honest, like, Triple Trouble is the only one I run. I don't usually run 2D games. I'm mostly like a 3D game kind of guy. Like, my main game is Sonic Adventure DX. And I've also run Sonic R a lot in the past, which I'm sure at some point I'll get back to, but I haven't played in a long while. And I currently don't have any concrete plans with it. But it used to be like a main game at least, and I still really like it, and I would like to find like a way to get back to it, but it's... I don't know, I don't really know what to do in that game at the moment, so I haven't played it in a long while. Do you have a question about the stream, Holgren? Go ahead. If it's not one of your usual interrogation why questions. Yeah, thank you, Hulex. Appreciate it. But yeah, this run is it's a lot of driving and routing. Why do I consider you interrogate me? Because you always enter my streams and then just ask a series of questions. That's all you ever seem to do in my chat. So I always feel I'm interrogated when you're here. But yeah, this is the last event in this license, so we get a car upgrade soon, so it's gonna go a bit quicker. Very soon. This run is like pretty straightforward, like at the beginning. It's pretty consistent for the most part, but it gets very volatile the further in you get. Yo, another raid. Black Doom, how's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. What were you doing today? And thank you for the good luck. Were you doing more Sonic 4?
Deine Lizenz wurde auf Klasse C aufgewertet.
Oh, Learning Heroes, nice. How did that go?
Klasse B wäre ein Kinderspiel. Eventkarte zurückgesetzt. Alles weitere liegt nun bei dir. Feier dein Lizenz-Upgrade mit einem neuen Wagen. Der Nakamura Ikusa GT wurde zu deinem Schrottplatz geliefert.
Would I have any speed game suggestion? That is a very difficult call to make for someone who is not you, because it depends on what games you enjoy repeatedly. You enjoy playing repeatedly. Like, I don't know, give Sonic R a shot. Give Burnout Paradise a shot. I'm obviously biased, because those are games that I run and love, but those are fun games to get into. Both pretty beginner friendly to get some first runs going as well. Yo, just me, how's it going? Thank you for the premium luck. How are my runs? I already reset one no reset run, so not very good. But I'm optimistic that it'll only get better from this point on. Thank you for the premium luck, Black Doom. Yeah, I would, like, if you want to do Sonic R, look into the any percent no out of bounds category. That is very easy to get started on. And Sonic R is also cool because it has, like, basically an infinitely high skill ceiling. There is so much tech and optimization you can squeeze out of that game. So you can keep playing it for pretty much as long as you want, but at least that category, any percent out of bounds, is also extremely easy to get started, so it's like the perfect speedrun, quote unquote. But yeah, I don't know, like, it's hard to give, like, general advice on picking speed games. Like, I'm not even sure how I pick my speed games, to be honest. Like, the most standard advice is just, like, pick games that you enjoy playing a lot repeatedly. So if you have a game that you play a lot repeatedly, consider that. But also, that's not always how I come to my speed games either. I don't know, if you just, like, see someone do a run and it looks cool, give that a shot, I guess. It's hard to say. I don't think that's a generalizable answer. I've never realized how hard that word is to pronounce. Generalizable, Jesus Christ. Yeah, childhood games is definitely a big speedrun contender. I mean, this game is sort of a childhood game, or like a teenage years game at least. I played this game when it came out in 2008, so I was like 13, 14 at the time. Yeah, you can run Sonic R on MU. Nowadays, most people actually use the PC version. The PC version is actually slightly faster for most categories. But I believe it's also like a bit harder to control. So I feel like GameCube version is probably easier. Like the problem with the PC version of Sonic R is it has much tighter turning, which allows you to, you know, do sharper turns and harsher drifts, so you can go faster at the end of the day, but also makes it harder to control. In my understanding, I've not played a lot of Sonic R on PC. I've played a little bit to see what the deal is, but I think that's what the deal is. It's very slightly faster, but also harder. Out of bounds, yeah. That's why I said R on PC is faster for most categories, because the exception to that is the 100% out of bounds category. The any percent out of bounds category actually is faster on PC, but the 100% out of bounds category isn't. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend the R out of bounds run for like getting into the game anyways, unless you have a particular affinity for like breaking games. But you know, like 100% out of bounds in Sonic R is like the least accessible category, because you have to learn both the out of bounds tricks and the 100% rooting. So that's the most to learn for a single category in this game. And the any percent out of bounds run in Sonic R, I think it's just straight up not a good run. Because like all you do is bang your head against the wall and hope you go through. That's it. There's no gameplay left in any percent out of bounds. So, not exactly a run I would recommend personally.
Finde die besten Stunt-Locations, booste und drifte zwischen Sprüngen, Rolls und Spins, um innerhalb der Zeit die vorgegebenen Punkte zu erzielen.
This is a stunt run route I only use once in the whole run. A lot of... Whoops, I got confused about the junction there for a second. A lot of routes I do are repeated, but this one's unique. Ah, dang it, it gave me... I was hoping to run out the combo timer, but then it gave me a jump, so I have to do the crash anyways. Wait, well, that was a weird respawn. It usually doesn't do that. Usually when you crash on that junction, it respawns you quite a bit in front of the junction. But this time it respawned me behind it. Awesome. Love blind cars and corners. Surprisingly, that is a pretty uncommon spot for a car to be, so I usually just take that turn without without worrying a lot about it, but every once in a while you just get unlucky. And my lead is gone, but it doesn't matter.
Der Watson R Turbo Roadster fährt gerade durch die Straßen von Paradise City. Zieh ihn aus dem Verkehr, um ihn zu deiner Flotte hinzuzufügen. Road Rage. Ein Rennen durch ganz Paradise. Crashe schnell genug die benötigte Anzahl Wagen, ohne selbst geschrottet zu werden, um deinen Erfolg in der Lizenz zu verbuchen.
Uh-oh. Okay, I could not have done anything about that. Surprisingly not losing time though.
Kombiniere Stunts, um deine Punkte zu maximieren. Los geht's!
Seven times 6 is 42, we're good. Stop boosting here and let the timer run out. Was like 2 seconds late, but it's fine.
Rase zum Waterfront Plaza im Nordosten.
What the what are you doing? This game.
auf den Straßen nach dem Rossolini LM Classic um. Zieh ihn aus dem Verkehr, um ihn zu deiner Flotte hinzuzufügen. Finde Stunts und erzähl
Went past the
Input,
junction.
Vorgabe zu erfüllen. Rase zum Waterfront Plaza im Südosten. Rase zur Naval Yard im Südwesten.
That was a bit of an awkward car position. Let's see if I can get a good entrance to the road over the finish line. Yep, looks good. The camera kept going in that direction, so that usually means the car successfully drove up the road quite a bit. So that's gonna save me time on this next split. Yeah, like half the road up. That's not bad.
Kombiniere Stunts und überbiete die Punkte. Das ist ein Stuntrennen. Moment bist du der Gejagte. Du bist hier. Erreiche das Coast Guard HQ im Nordosten, bevor deine Gegner deine Karre schrotten. Kommst du heil an, wird dein Erfolg in der Lizenz verzeichnet.
Okay, first I'm taking this shortcut today. Let's see how that goes. Perfect. Ooh, you almost slammed me into that wall there. Alright. Decent B license, all things considered. Still a 33. Hey gamer 2K4, how's it going? It depends. Most of the time it is, but there are some cases where, for example, at the end of the stunt run, I would want to drive to an event that is a little bit away. And if that is the case, then I can use that driving time of getting to the next event to let the combo timer run out. And in that case, I wouldn't crash the car. But that only works if you have, like, I don't know, 15 seconds of driving after you're done stunting. In most other cases, it's faster to just take the crash cutscene, and especially like in the early game. In the early game, the combo timer like runs out super slow, so you definitely don't want to wait for that. In the late game, you might like want to look at where your timer is at currently and then decide on the fly, but like most of the time you want to crash your car. Okay. Like later on when you're like in Burnout License or so, the combo timer runs out in like 10 seconds or so. And then sometimes it's like, okay, the timer's already running, so at this point I might just let it run out instead of going for a crash. But yeah, most of the time you want to crash.
Wie man hier Stunts macht, dann beweise es.
Okay, finicky stunt route. I gotta pay attention here to what I'm doing. Speaking of which, I immediately slam my car into the wall. That's also good. This car has much stiffer handling than the car I had before that, so sometimes takes a bit to get used to. But that crash was fine because I didn't have any multiplier yet, so it doesn't screw with my route or anything. Oh, that... I did not like that angle at all, but... I'm very unsure about the points here. Really. $415 points. You know, speaking of, that crash was fine because I didn't have a combo yet. That probably made the difference of me missing that point goal.
Der Carson and Bennett Graham Murray kurft gerade durch Paradise City. Zieh ihn aus dem Verkehr, um ihn zu deiner Flotte hinzuzufügen.
Oh well.
Drifte, booste. Zeig Kombos. Das ist ein Stuntrennen.
Stop this infernal racket. I think this is enough. If not, I'll look really stupid now. Okay, just barely. You see, in that case, I just let the timer run out because I had to drive back to this junction. And because I took the risk of assuming I already had enough points. Otherwise, I would have had to go out of my way to get like another stunt or so. And in that case, I would have, you know, still done a stunt closer to that junction, and I would have had to crash. But like this, I could just drive to the junction and let the timer run out during that time.
Punkte zu maximieren. Los geht's!
Okay, last two runs I did, I crashed into a car on this junction, so I'm gonna be careful here this time. I don't think I even needed that flat spin. Why did you put me down here? It gave me points again! God damn it.
Waterfront Plaza im Südosten.
At least we made up the time loss again. Despite everything. This is just like the kind of run where just nothing's ever gonna go perfect. Like every run you do in this game is gonna be a mess. The question is just how the good and the bad parts balance each other out. Yo, Trigger, how's it going? Thank you for the premium lock.
Halte nach dem Montgomery Hyperion Ausschau, während du durch die Straßen von Paradise City cruist. Zieh ihn aus dem Verkehr, um ihn zu deiner Flotte hinzuzufügen. Rase zum Country Club im Nordwesten.
BS Producer Remastered. It's not too bad. Most of the time, most of the issues I've had today were of my own making. I hate to admit. So far the game's been relatively tame. But I'm sure that'll change soon. Yeah, so far. Hey, Flying Ragey, how's it going? Ooh. Dude, this junction is the worst. I hate taking that right turn. 9 hours of sleep, hell yeah, let's go. Okay, sure. Nice to see you too. What in the world? That guy was determined. You can literally see in the crash cutscene that I drove past the car. Game, why do you do this? It is so cool when you trigger a crash cutscene, and then in the crash cutscene, like the car is like right there, and you can see it driving past the obstacle without touching it, and then your car just explodes. It's my favorite. Half the stunts are in German, the other half are still in English. Wait, what? What do you mean? Oh, the names of the tricks that you do. Yeah, that's very possible. There's a lot of stuff like this that doesn't have like a German word for it, I don't think. Yeah, like stuff like this is just, that's how you would say it in German as well. I suppose there are probably direct German translations to all of these, but if you say them out loud, everyone's gonna think you're a loser. So no one uses them. I get like if you say drift in a car racing context to a German, they're gonna know what you mean. And I suppose in case of Takedown, that is probably just a case of it almost being like a brand name kind of thing for the Burnout series. Like, Takedown is a particular thing within the Burnout franchise, so they probably just took that as like a name and just left it. How dare Germany not have a word for flat spin? In German, you would probably just say something like Drehsprung or something, like spin jump. That would be my best guess how you would translate that. But like, what's the point? When you can just say flat spin.
Finde Stunts und erziele Punkte, um die Punktvorgabe zu erfüllen.
Though a barrel roll actually has a term in German, and that is usually called a Schraube. But like, still sounds cooler to say barrel roll, you know? Like like English terms are just always cooler. Yeah, I think it's just like that, and like probably most most societies that don't speak English as their first language, because like I don't know, like in growing up in Germany, like during my time when I grew up, like you get exposed to a lot of American pop culture. Like English, so like everything that is cool and interesting and, you know, like kind of, yeah, basically everything that is cool and interesting that you see in your day-to-day life is either in English or has to do with English. So like, for example, music, like you hear so much American music in English, so you just have this association that everything that is cool and interesting and, you know, kind of like with the times and stuff is in English. So you automatically associate the sound of the English language with things that are cool. And I don't know, that's how it was for me, at least, growing up in Germany, and I would assume it's like this for in most countries, at least, like, I don't know, since the 80s or 90s at least. Sayonara, Sonic the Hedgehog. I guess I feel like that's kind of a different thing, but I can't really pinpoint in what way. But that feels like a different phenomenon. Russia had this kind of stuff with French in the 19th century. Yeah, I suppose that happens like every time you have like art and culture, like strong art and culture influences from other countries with another language, and then you associate whatever language you get in that way with like the positive traits that you associate with that kind of you know, where you got it from. Don't turn around, don't turn around. I saw that one coming from a mile ahead, but I just had such a... I was so locked into my drift angle. Yeah, like, having to translate songs just seems like a massive pain in the ass, because you gotta not only make sure that you translate the meaning, you also gotta make it fit into, like, the rhyme scheme and the meter and stuff. So, like, songs as part of, like, as part of, like, a video game or a movie or TV show or so, you probably just keep them. Like, I think, like, in The Simpsons as well, like, the German dub of The Simpsons. Like, there's a lot of songs that come up in The Simpsons a lot. I feel like most of these... Actually, I don't know what they do with them. I haven't watched German Simpsons in so long. I'm actually not sure if they translate them. Oh yeah, Avril Lavigne did all the did like 20 versions of Girlfriend, right? In different languages. Never like covers in other language, or I felt like lacking one way or the other. Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, when you have a song, like when someone writes a song with a specific language in mind, then they write the song for the sound of that language. So if you suddenly try to move it to a different language that has like a different kind of rhythm to it and different set of you know, phonetic sounds, phonological sounds, I think, then it's just not gonna work as well. The punk band Bad Religion, they've done a German version of their song Punk Rock Song, which is like a bonus track on the German release of their 1996 album The Grey Race. And it also sounds very awkward in places, like really cramming in those extra syllables from German. and like really awkward forced rhymes and stuff. If you're a fan of Bad Religion, that would be probably like a fun kind of tidbit to look up. If you've never heard the German version of Punk Rock Song, I'm sure someone uploaded it to YouTube. But yeah, there's like, I think, I don't know, like 20 versions of Avril Lavigne Girlfriend in different languages. It's quite a thing. Aren't they all in this game too? Like the original song is in this game. And I feel like at least there's some Burnout game that had the different versions of Girlfriend, right? Did my brain just make up something, or is that a real thing?
Baseballstadium im Südosten.
Does German have a word for curveball? I'm not 100% even sure what that word means. I have a rough idea what the word means. Like, if someone said that word to me in a context, I think I would know what they mean. But just that word on its own, I'm not even sure what that means, so I'm not sure if there's a direct German translation for it. Okay, left. Oh, I turned left way too early. Yo, Jazz, how's it going? Yeah, I think this is the second one they're doing. I think the last one was 1 or 2 years ago, I forget. But yeah, I'd recommend like looking into like the speech stuff for charity people. They do like regular cool events.
Base zur Naval Yard im Südwesten.
Yeah, so like for the literal meaning of the curveball, what you would say in German would be like, I don't know, I know that concept mostly from soccer. So you would say like, der Schuss war angedreht, like the kick had a spin on it, is like what you would say. There's like no slick single word for that. For the figurative sense, I'm not sure. It's hard to think of like what you know, what like figures of speech would translate to, or would Because, like, I don't know, there might be, like, a German figure of speech that has the same end result that I can't think of right now because my brain is too locked into the curve bomb figure of speech. But then I just talk casually in German and I just say it without thinking about it. You know? Like, I'm not sure. There probably is something like this in German, but I just can't think of anything right now. Yeah. Having to translate stuff like this is super difficult. Like I've seen that a lot in The Simpsons as well, like having like some super elaborate like wordplay or something as a joke, and then the poor translators have to translate it into German. I guess like the most notable translation problem within The Simpsons to German would be like the Sideshow Bob joke, where it's like, oh, but don't you have a tattoo on your chest that says "Die Bart Die"? And then Sideshow Bob says, no, actually this is German. It says "Die Bart Die," and then they're like, oh, wow, okay, that's fine. And the way they translated that into German is by just literally not translating that, because they worked with the assumption that the German audience of The Simpsons knows, yeah, the Bart the, sorry, because they work with the assumption that the German audience of The Simpsons knows that The Simpsons is originally in English. So, it's like, doesn't your tattoo say "Stirb Bart stirb"? And then he says like, oh no, it's German. It says "Die Bart die." So they do like the literal translation of "the Bart the," and then they just assume that the audience knows that it's like an English pun. But yeah, I don't know, like, there's like, you have to make like super hard calls with stuff like this when you're translating. Okay, good respawn, nice.
Rase zum Wildcats Baseball Stadium im Osten.
Yeah, I mean it works. Like, I first watched that episode in German, and I understood the joke. So, it's just like, yeah, you just kind of have to do the balancing act and just like kind of make a bit of a gamble. Like, does the audience get that when you just keep it like that? That's why you should know every single language in the world. Yeah, that helps a lot. Okay. Ah.
Überstehe die Fahrt zur Neveljagd im Südwesten.
Man, these guys are aggressive today. Oh cool, my internet is dying. Love it.
Halte auf den Straßen Ausschau nach dem Jensen P12.
Yeah, pretty much.
Um ihn zu deiner Flotte hinzuzufügen.
I went in the road, why did it respawn me out here? Hate that. Don't take down that guy, please.
Rase zum Coast Guard HQ im Nordosten.
Okay, I have to pay attention to which event I go next, because I think last run I did, I went to Safe Harbor again and lost some time. Press ganked and safe harbor are kind of like the same event in my head.
Überstehe die Fahrt zur Nebeljagd im
I mean, they kind of are the same event. They're both marked men. They start at two spots that are very close together and have both the same endpoint, so kind of the same thing, to be honest. Not as much the same as like Rescue Me and Mayday Mayday, but pretty close. Actually, no, it is just as much the same as Rescue Rescue and Rescue Me and Mayday Mayday. Like, you just have to take one right turn on either press ganked or safe harbor, and then you're on the same route. At least I'm saving some time back again. Don't touch that guy.
Road Rage. Fighte in der Stadt gegen andere Fahrer.
Don't touch Willy. Good advice.
Die Anzahl Wagen, ohne selbst geschrottet zu werden, um deinen Erfolg zu verbuchen.
And turn around. Oh, that looked like a shunt to me, okay. Okay, I've also learned my lesson from last time. Do not reverse into ending a road rage. For those who were there on my last stream, as I pulled over here and ended the event last stream, the event just disappeared without giving me the win for it. And I asked Burn Rubber about it, who's like, who's also a runner of this game and more of like an experienced old boy than I am. And he said that that is something that can happen when you reverse at the end of an event. So I've learned my lesson. Or at the end of a road rage, rather. Not sure of any event. God, I hate that ramp.
Du bist jetzt ein Klasse A-Fahrer. Aber um ein richtiger Burnout-Pilot zu sein, musst du die Straßen von ganz Paradise beherrschen. Bist du gut genug für die Burnout Fahrerlizenz? Feier dein Lizenz-Upgrade mit einem neuen Wagen. Der Rossolini Tempesta wurde zu deinem Schrottplatz geliefert. Rase zum Coast Guard HQ im Nordosten.
Honestly, doing that shortcut with the fastback is like so much harder because of the fastback stiff turning, especially without drifting. And the easiest way to do that shortcut is to not drift, because that gives you a more stable angle onto the ramp. But this car barely turns without drifting, so you have to drift a little bit. Whereas with the previous car, with the Ikusa and also with the Tempesta that I get now, you can just do the shortcut without drifting, and then it's pretty easy. But with the fastback, you kind of have to make do.
Überstehe die Fahrt zur Neveljagd im Südwesten.
Oh, come on, man.
Überstehe die Fahrt zum Coast Guard HQ im Nordosten.
Boop the SA7 for good luck, no thanks. I think I'm good. Wow, that was a good mayday. What the hell? Look at them slowly creeping up on me. But it's too late. I've already escaped. Yeah, this car is not very good at taking damage, which means... which makes the rest of this run pretty stressful. Yeah, aside from, you know, the chassis just tearing off, if I get hit 3 times in a marked man with this car, I lose the event. I can survive 2 crashes, but not more, so I can't, like, afford, like, market man to go bad from this point on. Okay, elevation to final furlong. This one's hard. Please pay attention. Is this an airtime? Okay, it is an airtime, good. Okay, good. Okay, no airtime. Seventeen times 8. Almost okay, 19 times 8. I'm just gonna gamble and hope that this is fine. If not, I'm in trouble. Okay, we're good. Nice. Let's go. We're back ahead. Dude, I love when my math is correct. Yeah, it really is. You really practice on the fly multiplication when you run this game. Bad. I don't want to be here. But I guess this is fine. I'll just go here and I'm back on my route. I feel like at this point this route is probably not faster anymore, but whatever. They should use BPR in schools. Yeah, instead of just letting children just like learn the numbers like on a sheet, you just teach them to speedrun Burnout Paradise and they'll have to figure it out. You know how it is learning by doing. You understand the stuff better if you can see the real life use for it and application for it. So if the children have to speedrun Burnout Paradise, they will love multiplication.
Rase zum Country Club im Nordosten.
Ah! Turn back around.
Springe, drifte, booste. Zeig Kombos. Das ist ein Stuntrennen.
Oh my god. Dude, traffic during stunt runs is like extra scary. Fucking hate that shit. No, that was fine, dude. Come on. Okay, we're good. It's all fine. Sure. I won't question you, game. Wait, 20 times 500k. We're good. We're good. Thank you, game. I owe you one. Is this car better than my other car? Than the one I had previously? Yes, it is much faster. But it also makes stunts and marked men much more risky.
Rase zum Waterfront Plaza im Südosten.
So, for example, if you were to be a new runner of this game, I can only recommend for your first, like, Burnout license run to stick with the fastback, because the fastback is still decently fast, and it just makes a lot of things more consistent. In fact, another runner of this game, Demolished, aka Demo, aka Demo Tank, briefly had the world record in Burnout Paradise Ultimate Box any percent with just using the fastback instead of switching to the Tempesta, because Demo just had a very OP route that just made use of a tons of extra stunt runs very efficiently. The fastback is fast. Yeah, it's true. It's true. So you can. What I'm trying to say is you can still get very good times with the fastback, but the Tempesta is still significantly faster. The only thing that the fastback makes more difficult is doing the shortcut route through the park towards Coast Guard HQ, as I previously mentioned. That's the only thing that's harder in the fastback. But that is one specific route, so it's like... That's like a manageable problem to deal with. Ah, I love this shortcut route. There's nothing more satisfying than doing this route without crashing. It is so sick. I love it so much. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, go fuck yourself. Stop ruining my beautiful moment here. I've had a good moment here, and you just spit right in my face. That is true, Trigger, but especially this one.
Halte nach dem Carson Annihilator Ausschau, während du durch Paradise City cruist. Zieh ihn aus dem Verkehr, um ihn zu deiner Flotte hinzuzufügen.
Like, I don't know, there's just something about how this route flows and how you turn into different roads during it that's just very satisfying to me. Like, this route just feels like it comes together from so many different small elements that just all just line up so beautifully. Car behind a blind hill. My favorite. Car in front of a very critical jump, also lovely. Okay, are you ready for the only restart warp in the route? Get hyped.
Auf deiner Lizenz gibt es bereits einen Eintrag für diese Quest. Dies ist also nur ein Training. Erhältst du die nächste Lizenz, kannst du deine Leistung wieder verbessern.
Let's go! That was so epic.
Rase zur Naval Yard im Osten. Okay, this is the big possible time save on my PB. Kombiniere Stunts, um deine Punkte zu maximieren. Los geht's!
I'm not comparing against PB right now, but I still have a lot of possible time save on these splits. Because I like to screw this one up a lot. I think I screwed this up both times on my previous runs. That should be enough. Nice, that was pretty easy. What is my problem? What's the big deal? Easy. I don't know what my problem is. But Club Sandwich and Strikeout coming up next, so I shouldn't feel too comfortable. This junction is like impossible sometimes. You just have to have like one car in an awkward spot and you can't do it anymore.
Überstehe die Fahrt zum Wildcats Baseball Stadium im Südosten.
Okay. I am so scared of this event in Burnout License, not gonna lie. Thank you, tiny blue car. I'm sure wherever you were going was very important. I'm sorry for ruining your day.
Halte auf den Straßen Ausschau nach dem Jensen X12 Supercar. Zieh ihn aus dem Verkehr, um ihn zu deiner Flotte hinzuzufügen.
Unconventional to roller coaster. This one's pretty fun if it works out. But there's not a lot of backup points there in the area where I end up in, so can easily cause some trouble. Also, it's a pretty long travel, so very easy to hit traffic on the way if I'm not careful. Yeah, we're good. Wonderful.
Rase zum Coast Guard HQ im Nordosten.
Come on.
Kombiniere Stunts und überbiete die Punkte. Das ist ein Stuntrennen.
That is awkward. Glad I had boost to recover from that, because something like this can cost you your combo. And I've got enough points, nice. And these stunt routes have been really paying off today. That's great, I love when stuff works out.
Rase zum Coast Guard HQ im Nordosten.
Bro, this traffic, what the fuck?
Rase zur Naval Yard im Südwesten.
Let's go.
Halte nach dem Kitano Toge Sport Ausschau, während du rumcruist. Zieh ihn aus dem Verkehr, um ihn zu deiner Flotte hinzuzufügen. Sei als Erster am Country Club im Norden. Als Erster an der Naval Yard im Süden.
I almost managed to get past it. It's just one of those stretches of road where if you get a car there, you're just kind of screwed.
Zum Wildcats Baseball Stadium im Osten.
No thanks, but thanks for asking. And I haven't seen a bot like this in quite a while. Thank you, Trigger.
Rase zur Lone Stallion Ranch im Westen.
Oh yeah, that's true. There was no link in that message. Didn't even notice. Oh! Dude, I swear I hit that corner, but I didn't die. I'd like to see that highway entrance on slow-mo. I'm gonna go back in my recording and look at that frame by frame. I wanna see that corner. Cause there's a pretty sharp, like, solid concrete corner there that you can get stuck on pretty easily. And I was under the impression that I hit that.
Du weißt, wie man hier Stunts macht? Dann beweise es.
That is a very awkward jump. Should be enough. Yo, Sly, how's it going? Thank you for the good luck. .40-minute map at 8 p.m. Let's go.
Überstehe die Fahrt zum Coast Guard HQ im Nordosten.
Wow, that was really clean. You didn't even see that this was a marked man. Those are my favorite kind of marked men, where these guys just don't show up ever. Because you're just cruising. Just cruising.
Zieh ihn aus dem Verkehr, ihn zu deiner Flotte hinzuzufügen.
Unmarked man.
Rase zur Lone Stallion Ranch im Südwesten.
I just recently realized how useful it is to hit that left side wall when you're taking the right behind the gas station. Because that left side wall, like, literally sends you into the perfect angle to get onto that road. Like, it's so much easier than drifting into there. And also, you don't have to be in a drift when you hit that to get into the road, so that makes dodging traffic that you get thrown there in your face much easier as well. Oh yeah. Yo, Angry Waiter, thank you for the premium block. How's it going? Oh man, I see falling down on my splits. I don't like that. Enjoying the stream? That's awesome. Happy to hear. Alright, 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 alright. That's a problem. That's a huge problem. That is a pretty big problem. Okay, we're restarting this shit.
Kombiniere Stunts, um deine Punkte zu maximieren. Los geht's!
Dude, this... Why do I do this? Okay, tolerable. I was lucky it still counted the points from the first drop on my second attempt, so I could keep going without restarting. But man, I wasn't great. But I'm also very happy I'm past this event now. Because this event is always a huge relief to get past.
Finde Stunts und erziele Punkte, um die Punktvorgabe zu erfüllen.
Yeah, I could see that one not going well. Oh, okay, cool. Saved? Question mark? Please? This might just barely be too little. Oh! Whee! Dude, these last two stunt runs didn't exactly help my confidence, but, man. That was pretty close. Speaking of things I'm scared of. Please no booping. Just leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Holy shit, it's actually working. Well, got close.
Der Carson 500 GT fährt gerade durch Paradise City. Zieh ihn aus dem Verkehr, um ihn zu deiner Flotte hinzuzufügen.
Alright, last marked man. I'm scared I'm gonna go down here. Whoop! Only races left. No more stunts, no more marked man.
Rase zum Waterfront im Osten.
Okay, thanks. Love a buzz on my face. Please, just... Can you all get away from me? Yo, Realm, how's it going? Thanks for the good luck. Oh yeah, for sure. And unless something goes catastrophically wrong in the next 10 minutes, I'm about to get a new world record. So, I'm happy to report that the derust's been going pretty well. Despite this red van that just crossed my path. That was close. GL Vand, yeah. GLET Vand, even. Ah, curveball is here. almost missed curveball. But yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very excited showing off this game again next Friday. It's been a while since I've done a marathon run of this, and also since my last marathon run I've done of this game, the route has like changed massively. So the game is like so much faster now than it was last time. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's not like if you don't know exactly how the run was previously, like the new route isn't gonna tell you much. It's just like how the events are chained together, but it feels good to me knowing that. Thank you, Realm.
Rase zur Naval Yard im Südwesten.
Yeah, I don't know. I was honestly a bit hesitant to even submit because at the time when I submitted, I wasn't actively running the game, so I'm always like, do I really feel like derusting this now? But I kind of managed to talk myself into it, and I'm glad I did because, yeah, as previously mentioned, the derust's been pretty good. Dude, where am I getting all this time from? This is absolutely wild. BPT still says 225. Am I really about to get a 225? Well, maybe not if that's how it goes. A lot of the routing work goes back to another runner, Demolished, as well. I've done a lot of routing, but Demolished like brought in a lot of new ideas that really kind of feel like they unlocked a lot of new possibilities. So the current route that I use is largely my own, but a lot of individual ideas and a lot of the drive that brought me to reroute it the way that I did came from demo. And then of course also like in the past, Trigger's done a lot of routing work. Like a lot of the older routes go back to Trigger. Which, you know, a lot of the stuff that we do now is based on, so. Oh yeah, sure. If I don't, just yell at me to make a new map. Because it's been really overdue. I really need to make a new map. Ah! This shit is gonna cost me the 225 now. That was the slowest crash cam I've ever seen. That's fine. 226 is good too. That's still... Bro! Can you all go away? What is this? Just can I drive, please? Oh my god. 227 is fine too. Yeah, 227, you know what? Maybe 228 if I have to settle for that. Just add like 3 minutes of regular traffic crashes at the end. Let's go! 226! Okay, let's compare against my actual PB, because this is against average. So this is world record by 2 minutes. Wait, is this PB? I forgot what my time even was. Yeah, this is PB. Okay. There you go. Nearly 2 minutes. But yeah, God, I lost 30 seconds on the burning route. What the hell? Yo, Trigger, thank you for the 3 gift subs. Congrats, Flop, Space, and Gamer. Much appreciated. And thank you for the GGs. So, because I did this on the... because I did this on Burnout Paradise on the no DLC on the no DLC cars, or how it's officially called, the Paradise Cars only category on Remastered. Technically, this is the first submitted run for this category, so it's not really a world record that beats anyone else technically, but also this run is more or less exactly the same as the regular Burnout license on the original Burnout Paradise. It's exactly the same run, and it's 2 minutes faster than that. So in my heart, I'm gonna count this as a 2-minute world record. Yeah, that's awesome. Like, this is my third derust run I did, and just getting like the 2-minute record is awesome. Feels good. Feels good. Especially like after I got my 228, I had a lot of trouble for a while beating that time. So that's awesome. Very happy with that. When am I switching to the Dream livery? So at the beginning of Burnout License, I first do the restart to do the previous event again. You know, the driving to the event skip that we do, and I redo Avant-Garde with Let me just scroll up. I redo Avant-Garde with the fastback at the beginning of Burnout License. Then I change my car to the Tempesta and drive to Safe Harbor. On the way to Safe Harbor, I repair my car. Then I do Mayday Mayday to get back. And then after Mayday Mayday, on the way to Stealing First, I switch to the Dream livery. I could also switch the car after Safe Harbor, but I decided to not do that because the junkyard at the naval yard is like slightly more out of the way than the junkyard at Coast Guard. So I figured that taking the time loss or not getting the time gain of doing this one event with a fast delivery would outweigh doing the faster junkyard. So yeah, basically I switched the livery before Stealing First. Wow, I just saw I lost a shit ton of time on A license. What the hell? Incredible. Yeah, my Burnout license was honestly really solid for the most part. Like the last 2 stunt runs crumbled a little bit, and then I had this really bad luck on traffic, like at the very end. But like up until that point, it was like really good. Also, all the marked men went like astonishingly well. Like I got super lucky on marked men.